So this custom code book, this is kind of interesting. And again, the README description of this is pretty complete, and you you get an idea of why you would want to use it, and you have to understand a little bit about data governance. But it's trying to create a better tool than, I mean, if you want to show somebody exactly what is going on with your project as an architecture, you have the data dictionary, but the data dictionary is pretty unwieldy for somebody to look at and understand all those columns and how you're supposed to interpret a column that has like multiple action tags in it, for example, or has a descriptive text field with embedded fields. I mean, that's very, it works well to reproduce the structure of the project using a data dictionary, but it's not very user-friendly for data governance. So this allows you to create a different kind of document, but use the code book. So once again, I think I have a project here with I got some different forms here, and I need to go down here, and I'm going to add, I'm going to enable this module. Custom code book. Okay, so here it is. It requires no configuration. You can look at it and just see it does allow you to create 99 if there's an unknown option, but we're just going to look at it like sort of cold based on the project as it is. So you're still going to the same place. You're going to Codebook, only there's going to be something new show up here, and everything looks the same here. But as soon as I look at the custom Codebook, this is going to change. And what it does, it removes things like if a field is hidden, it will remove that. There's no action tags for @hidden. It's strictly the core of your project without all the fluff of the different columns for this and that and the other thing. So, and it comes out, and you can save it as a PDF. It's printable. You can save it and then use it at a later date. And if you want to go back, then you just go back to your original. You can export this directly to Word using the custom code book. And if we look at the README, it talks about basically what it will do. You can glance through this if you want, but the bottom line is it takes that code book and makes it something that you can use and get rid of fields that you don't want to show. So there are action tags that come along with this. We'll take a look at that. So if I didn't want to, on the demographics, I didn't want to, oh, I already did this. So today's date, I wanted to hide that. So the action tag here there's ones that have @DD in front of them. So take a look at that real quick. And the @DDs, let you show or hide something based on whether you add that action tag. So you can read about these different features of the different action tags, but they all are prepended with the DD if they're applying to the custom codebook. Right. Any questions about that? Once again, I mean, this is kind of a nice feature if you want to show somebody your data dictionary without the mess of extraneous information that people are not interested in. I've been asked to share a data dictionary for someone when I was teaching the class. Something that I do plan on getting back to in this upcoming year. The classes will be a little different, but I do plan on setting up a teaching for beginning and intermediate type classes. They'll probably be just virtual, but it'll take you through the new features that have been added to REDCap. I think that what I have online is starting to get a little outdated, even though it works. But anyway, the code book is, I was really pleased when the code book came out because it does show the basic features and it gets rid of that mess of all those columns in the data dictionary. And then just to again sort of make the point, see here. So this is what we're talking about, just to remind everybody what our data dictionary looks like and why you would want, if somebody wants a copy of your data dictionary, they aren't going to want this mess. Again, the purpose of this data dictionary is for creating the architecture of a project through an import of this data dictionary, and it creates that structure. But it's not user-friendly for understanding something like this. But now they've gone a step further with this custom codebook. So there you go. That's the custom codebook. Again, any questions?